My girlfriend just moved her personal slave into our home and he's doing everything she says, but I never knew the full extent of their arrangement, and now I feel really uncomfortable. I've, 24 male, been living with my girlfriend, 27 female, now for nearly a year. I've known from the beginning of the relationship, 2 years, that she had a personal slave, 30 male. Basically this guy does everything for her, she's in control of his paycheck, he runs errands for her, anything she asks. I've not had an issue with it as I've rarely come into contact with him. Anyway, at the start of this month she announced he was moving in. We talked and she really wanted this, so I said let's test the water. He has now been living here for 2 weeks today, he does everything around the house, is on call 24/7 and he sleeps on the floor. This is his choice. Personally I've been avoiding him as much as possible as I don't really know how to act. It's my home and I'm starting to feel guilty about the whole thing, even though it is my girlfriend who is 100% in charge. She told me to do the same as her, basically shout orders at him and have him do whatever I want. Yeah, I've tried it a few times, like get me a drink, and well it's just not for me. Fast forward this morning and I'm a late riser since I work from home. I catch him licking her shoes, there's actual dirt on them. I was seriously creeped out, but my girlfriend confirmed he likes it. I really don't know what to do. Do you think I should run with the program as I'm fairly open-minded, or do you think this guy is genuinely being taken advantage of? He hands her $3 grand a month and she gives him $100 a week. Pretty nice financially as I'm not paying any rent, she's covering it all from this. Relevant comments. Commenter, I'm in a BDSM relationship and my partner and I are involved in our local scene, so maybe I can lend some insight from that world. What you describe would be considered an irresponsible, harmful dynamic in my community. People who practice kink responsibly know the vital importance of communication, boundaries and consent. Your significant other apparently has not even discussed your boundaries related to her second relationship, has told you to order him around without asking if you consent or even want to engage in that behavior, and you have both failed to communicate effectively about this arrangement. When your significant other first told you about slave, you should have had a long conversation about what slave's presence means to your relationship, what your boundaries are for her and slave, if there will be other slaves in the future, etc. When she informed you he would be moving in, you should have said whoa, inviting a third person into our home needs to be a mutual decision. It's pretty unreal you've essentially swept this under the rug. This arrangement your significant other has with slave is extreme. 24/7 dynamics are about as hardcore as BDSM gets, and my community doesn't recommend trying this kind of dynamic unless you have years of experience with BDSM. Even then, it's considered risky behavior and many in the BDSM community are skeptical of 24/7 dynamics or see them as unhealthy if not practiced correctly. It's evident that your significant other is not experienced enough to practice a 24/7 dynamic responsibly, and she is likely harming you and slave as a result. Also, if you think their relationship is non-intimate because they don't have make love, you're wrong. Slave has given up his entire life for his fetish. He wouldn't do that unless he was getting deep intimate satisfaction from their arrangement. This isn't just some sweet deal where you guys get all his money and he runs your errands. It's not that simple. Your significant other may be comfortable with using slave, but you clearly are not. If you want to stay in this relationship, you need to start by having a long talk with your significant other to lay down boundaries. Next, you should go with your significant other, and bring slave too, to local BDSM munches. They are no-play events where kinky people can connect and discuss the lifestyle, and seek advice from experienced kinksters. Tell your significant other that considering the extreme nature of her dynamic with slave, you want to discuss it with experienced kinksters to make sure what she's doing is healthy, safe, sane and consensual for all involved. If she refuses, I would leave. Tell her you're not comfortable being a part of slave's abuse if you don't have a second opinion on if she's doing it safely. OP. Interesting, and it somewhat helped me get my head around this. So 24/7 slave is uncommon. I'm sitting here right now on my tablet, she's watching TV and he's organizing for her. I've not had a chance to bring up my concerns yet, but we'll talk to her tonight when we're alone in our room. I'm going to catch him before he leaves for work in the morning. I feel pretty bad for the guy, but he is genuinely happy. Commenter number 2, but she isn't taking all that money, right? She's just putting some of it away for him, right? OP. Nope. She's always spent his cash. I'd say she's had 6 figures out of him over the years. She brags about it even. Update. Firstly, thanks for all great advice and to those who helped me get my head around this concept. Yesterday the slave got home around 5 p.m. I left him to his devices and didn't interact. My girlfriend got in around 6:30 p.m. and straight away was ordering him around. She asked me to have him do something, so I got him to change my printer's ink. I spoke with her when we went to bed, just to clarify as some have asked, this guy sleeps on the kitchen floor not in our room. Anyway, I started off by asking if she was sure he was mentally stable. She said yes and nothing else. My main concern is this guy's mental well-being. She told me he has family but she is in control of whether he can contact them or not. I knew even if he wasn't mentally stable she wouldn't tell me at this point. I asked what exactly she wants me to do to him. She said to treat him like a slave, to have him do everything for me as he does for her. I said I didn't want a guy licking my shoes clean. Anyway, she was getting pissed off by this point and we went to sleep. I got up early today so I could catch him before he left for work. She leaves a good half an hour before him so we had some time to talk. I asked him straight if he was genuinely fine with this. His response was something I wasn't expecting. Now before I get into this I want to reiterate I was until yesterday very ignorant on the whole topic. He isn't happy. It turns out she has had him under her spell for 6 years. I had no idea they'd known each other this long. She'd told him she had only known him a short while before he hooked up. Anyway, the guy is mentally screwed. She's actually destroyed this man. He is into this stuff but somehow manipulated him over the years to becoming her total slave. I asked him why he hasn't ever told anyone and the guy is terrified of her. I'm guessing he is spilling his guts out to me as he's seen how I'm not into it all and probably realizes I'm freaked out by the whole thing. He begged me not to say anything to her. I reassured him and let him know that I'll help him out of this madness. I'm in total shock right now and I don't quite know what to do. This is a lot to take in. I tried to get him to skip work today, but it turns out she checks in on him at work through the Find Me app on the iPhone. I've worked out how much rent he's contributed to this place and I owe the dude $12,000. I've got no problem handing that to him this very minute. Help him leave and get a place and keep her away from him. What else should I do? I'm still in shock. I can't imagine what this man's been put through. Relevant comments. I'm assuming that you know this will end your relationship. If so, good on you for stepping up. This guy is broken and will snap back to your girlfriend the very first time she demands that he come back. He is going to need support. Does he have anyone he van live with nearby? If you have the money, buy him a phone with a new number and take the old one away to make it harder for her to contact him. Law enforcement can't help you because he's consented to all of this, but see if he will agree to request some sort of restraining order. Good luck up. You are a rare breed. OP. Yeah, the relationship's over. My name's on the tenancy, not hers, so I'm considering asking her to leave and letting this guy stay until he's sorted. I don't know if that's a good idea though. For someone to put someone through this clearly means they're unstable. If she knows where he is, what will she do? As for money, I'll be giving him the $12,000. I can't see him ever getting what she's taken from him back. To be honest, I'm tempted to get the locks changed on this place and sell all her crap and give the funds to him. I have considered contacting the police, but he needs to be part of this process. I don't know the legalities of it, but surely she's done something illegal. The very last comment made by OP. I see it as my responsibility to help this man get his life back. He has family, so that's something. I don't know how tonight will play out, and honestly I'm scared of her right now. You've got to be one twisted individual to pull the wool over someone's eyes, mine, about the whole situation, not to mention actually doing this to the poor man. I'm going to call my sister. She's a social worker. I need backup on this as I don't know what kind of crazy crap she's going to pull. I feel having a female there would be better.